Howdy folks, it is Scannerbarkly here. In today's video, the gameplay is going to be some nightmare defense in the void. It's no shield mode, so I went in as Innerus because Innerus is the best for no shield mode. What I'm going to talk about today is some tips for new players. Now, they're not really tips about like how to do certain things in game. Like various videos will be coming on that over the coming weeks and months. This is more about if somebody is sitting down to start playing Warframe, it's ways to approach the game that I think are sometimes lost in the rush. You see, you need to understand that Warframe has been around for about 5 years now, and many people in the player base are very invested in the game. They're very detailed about every aspect of the game, and this kind of stuff can be very off-putting sometimes to newer players. It's a bombardment of information and attitudes. So this is just some stuff to keep in mind to maybe maintain your enjoyment of Warframe, or at least to find your own enjoyment of Warframe, and then go from there. Worry about all the other stuff afterwards. So first things first, understand the kind of game that Warframe actually is if you're going to be playing it. Like, it's not going to be something that you want it to be when it's not that thing. It is a third person kind of action MMO style setup. It is a grind heavy game. That is just the way it is. It is a free to play game. That is just the way it is, and as such it has some grindy free to play practices. Now, in my opinion, Warframe is one of the better free-to-play games out there with regards to being able to advance your station in the game without needing to invest money. You can earn all kinds of stuff in game. There's an in-game currency called platinum that you can use to buy the things that you cannot earn, and you can even earn in-game platinum in-game. Like, you can just farm up things and earn them. It's pretty fair overall. So I like it in that sense, but it is an important facet of the game, and it does impact the game and the design of the game, and it's important as a new player that you understand this, that it is free to play. It does have some free to play practices, but with patience and learning, it's a non-issue in the way that it is for many other free to play games out there. So first things first, just relax and enjoy the game. My biggest criticism of Warframe is that when you start playing, it's enormous. There's this huge information pile basically that you will need to sift through, and very little of it would be in game itself. This is all stuff that has been done by people within the community, people who run different websites, the guys who look after the wiki, various YouTubers all doing their videos, and streamers and stuff. And there's a big self-education thing that has been going on in Warframe really since the start. Lots of important information simply isn't in the game, and it can appear very confusing and frustrating and all the rest of it. But just relax. Enjoy the game that is in front of you at the time. Enjoy the moment-to-moment gameplay. That's what you should focus on within your earliest hours within the game. Are you enjoying the actual mechanics of the game? Do you like the movement? Do you like the shooting? Do you like the frames? Do you like the weapons? Does it appeal to you in that way? And it's only by cultivating an enjoyment of this moment-to-moment gameplay that you will have any kind of long-term interest in the game. If you skip this part, because you need to understand that many games, especially single player games, are designed in a way to lull you in and to seduce you with the moment to moment gameplay that it offers. Single player levels are literally designed around this concept, that in the earliest stages it's a slow introduction to mechanics and possibilities within the game, designed to kind of lull you in and to pique your enjoyment. And then after that you have advanced mechanics that are coming in, you've got opportunity to mastery, etc. And it's very easy to skip all this kind of self-learning in games like this, in these kind of non-linear style games. So yes, the game is very low info. Don't let that dissuade you from actually enjoying the game in and of itself. Second part, which tags on quite nicely, is that yes, while the game is low info, as I've already mentioned, there's a huge amount of resources out there for people who want to learn about the game. There's all kinds of websites. I'll have all kinds of stuff linked in the description below that I feel is very important. And my hat is permanently off to the people who work on these kinds of websites for the community. They're incredibly useful. It should be noted I have played this game since beta. And I still, every session, will be checking a wiki. I will be checking this, that and the other, because there's just so much information in there. It's almost impossible to keep all this stuff in your head perfectly. So never feel bad about checking a wiki. I do it all the time. Anybody who says they doesn't do it is probably full of shit. And once again, thank you enormously to the people who work on these websites and people within the community who work to collate all this information and make it available to everybody. It's fantastic work that these guys do, and they are pillars of the community. So they're the first 2 points I want to make. Basically, the game is the way it is, but focus on your enjoyment of the game and then go from there. Okay, my third point: do not waste your early resources. This is a key issue, and it's a mistake that I see a lot of people making. I made it myself, but I didn't know any better back then, because there was, what, like a handful of people playing the fucking game. Like, I think I've been playing it since the second day of the beta. In or around, on and off, second day of the beta. So the mistakes that we were making way back then, we at least had the excuse of nobody else had played the game and made these mistakes and was able to tell us. But the internet is filled with advice on ways to avoid these mistakes and effectively maximize your time and your efforts within the game, and this is a great thing. So one of the traps that new players might often fall into is wasting resources. They get a piece for a Warframe and they build it, even though they don't have all the other pieces. So then the resources for that piece are just sitting there doing absolutely nothing, and they end up getting all the pieces for a different Warframe, and they have to go off and farm up all those bits. Do not, under any circumstances, use your Orokin catalysts in your early weapons. You don't need to. There's no need for that kind of power spike whatsoever in those early weapons, and you are never going to use those early weapons again after you move into some of the later weapons. It's just not going to happen. You're never going to need them. Everything that comes later is effectively better than those starting weapons. Do not waste anything on those starting weapons. Finally, I'm going to kind of add the addendum here and say, be willing to self-educate, and if you think of anything that you want to know, then just find it out. The game isn't going to tell you. As I said, it's my biggest criticism of the game. If you have a question and you're curious, then go find the answer for yourself, because at no point is the game going to magically drop this information into your lap. It's just highly unlikely to happen. Fourth point: join a clan. Clans in Warframe are absolutely great. They have these public kind of spaces called dojos, and within those dojos they have labs, and within those labs they have huge amount of blueprints for weapons and warframes and pieces of equipment and things that you need within the game. So join the clan. If you're thinking about starting the game and you want to, just shoot me a friend request. In-game name is just scannerbarkly, and you can join the clan that I'm in. I love the clan I'm in. The clan I'm in is fucking great. Everybody's good fun. I always have people to run various activities and stuff like that with. There's always people to chat with in the clan chat. There's always people to chat with in the Discord. It is like one of the biggest clans in the game, and everybody's just super cool. Definitely join a clan. A clan is useful on so many levels, from making the game far more social, and you want games like this to be social. They're better when they're social, to providing excellent resources and information. Join a clan, absolutely. That would be my #1 tip, but I wanted to kind of set the stage a little bit earlier. And finally, what I'm going to talk about today is never ever ever feel bad about asking for help. If you need help, ask for it. And this marries up nicely with the idea of being in a clan. Hit up clan chat and just ask your questions. I see the same questions from new players being asked every day in clan chat. and I never see anybody getting snappy with them or getting pissed at the presence of new players. I see people consistently helping them, either giving them the information or telling them where they can find the information, or sometimes pointing out that they're actually asking the wrong question and not to worry about what they're worrying about and instead worry about this. Basically helping them kind of attain a deeper understanding of the game and its mechanics. And the only reason any of this can happen is because the people who are asking the questions are willing to do so. No such thing as a stupid question. Ever. All you're trying to do is educate and learn, and that's it. There's no such thing as a stupid question, and never feel like you'll be made to feel bad about it. And, pressingly and importantly, if you are made to feel bad about it, if you're in a clan and you ask in the clan chat a simple question and people make you feel bad for not knowing this stuff, leave. Find a better clan. That's a toxic ass fucking clan, and you need nothing got to do with it. You don't have to waste your time in game letting these people erode your enjoyment of it. There are some great clans within this game. There are some fantastic communities and people who play this game. So, ask your questions. That's it. That's all you got to do. If you ask every question that's on your mind, eventually you're going to have a fantastic understanding of the game, and you're going to enjoy it that much more. So that's it for this video. As I said, it has nothing got to do with anything in-game mechanics or anything like that. No tips like that. They'll all come later. This one is just about setting yourself up with the right attitude to enjoy and invest in a game, which I personally find extremely rewarding. And I love when new people start playing this game and enjoy it. It makes me feel great because I've enjoyed this game so much over the years. So that's it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section below. As I said, there will be a list of websites which I use regularly in the description, so familiarize yourself with what those sites do and how they function, and they will help you intensely over your course playing the game and learning it and getting to know things. So thanks very much for watching, guys, and all the best.